they get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss, first play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option here. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. We've set it down for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. He's got a gain of 6 there. And it's Carson Swessinger who got over there for the stop.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds his back complete. And this one does not go far. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time to go down, but you always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. That throw finds Ja'Marr Chase. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All in left side. And our 1st down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Here again, it's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
That's enough
Looking inside the red zone. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw again, it's Burrow. It's a screen play for Allen. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
12 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. Dumped off to his running back. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Browns and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Has his man. That's their rookie from Oregon. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. 2nd and 3 now.
32-yard line.
That's complete right side. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
3rd down from the gun. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Looking to return from the 29. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the 35-yard line.
Burrow from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short. Burrow's going to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Play action now. Burrow. Higgins downfield, and he has it. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. Going back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he only manages one.
ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Caught just shy of the goal line. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pull out in front further, 13-zip. T. Higgins, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. First down, play action. Bengals get to him and take him down. After one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a second down.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. They're throwing it. Brought in right side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. Burrow on first down. Finds the in route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Makes the catch. And they don't get any help on their 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Burrow throwing here, 3rd and 2. This connects with Higgins. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
At the 35-yard line. A gain of 2.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Burrow. And he's brought down after a 4th gain. 2nd down now, they need 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Burrow to the air now. It's on the in route. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
37-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will add to their score.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return starts at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative? Just keep stepping on that gas.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Bounds at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Dumps it off to his running back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Browns.
Shotgun handoff here for Junkins. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The ball carrier taken down at the 19-yard line.
Throwing it on 2nd down. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Browns, needing 8 on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Boswell able to knock it through. And the gap closes to 14 points.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Finds Chase on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, looking for options. Setting up the running back screen. Escapes the defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then...
That's grabbed inside the 30. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Sets them up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. First down, Burrow to throw. And this one doesn't go far. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. We're at a premium in this league.
On first down, here's Burrow. Hits his running back. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. McPherson's kick is good, and that makes this a 3-score game. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. It is week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And this is Patrick Mahomes. He is at his best when the lights are brightest. 4 touchdown passes for him on the night. The Chiefs wind up taking this one by a touchdown. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the
Now Boswell on to send this away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Burrow from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where faded favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys that
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
So on fourth down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They go play action on first down. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
It's a small gain up to the 38. Play made there by Clark Phillips.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Puts some air under it, deep down the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. The Browns are lined up to punt. Bryce Baringer, the one to send it away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds after, looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. Free inside the 30. Ja'Marr Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. It's a Ja'Marr Chase touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals make it a 24-point ball game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They send a man in motion. Airing it out to start this drive. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. He'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll call his own number. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost him about a yard. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Quickly to Watson. Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd and long for him here. Going deep here for the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the lead to 21.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Blown back gets the handoff. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Low left side, caught by Higgins. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
And the Bengals 1st down.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jump the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
36 yards. 1st down.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Burrow back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Brings up 2nd down.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. Decent gain before being brought down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Again, it's Burrow. Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Completed to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
To the air again, it's Burrow. Gets himself free. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Browns rolling out 6 DBs, 3rd down.
A loss of 9 yards.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has it down close. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
34, round 6.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Return starts at the 9. Jukes away from 1. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. They're going play action. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Browns with the ball, but they enter this 4th quarter at a massive deficit. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing it again here. Connects on the crosser. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Offense is 6, 1st and 10. From the gun, Judkins. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Looking inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Third and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. Here's the throw. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Browns cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Browns 13.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Will begin his return from the 11. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Oh, back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did, an injured Brown, and they're tending to him now. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
First down. First and 10.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
out of the shotgun, Burrow. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow setting the throw. Hits him on the in route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cincinnati.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the well again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Jump off caught by his back. This does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He's going to field this at the 2. Things going well so far. And an excellent effort there sets them up almost at midfield. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. He has this one past the 15. Will start downhill into Bengals territory. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Running behind 7. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So now here's 3rd and 5. Slot man in motion left. 3rd down from the gun. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Watson coming in motion right. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. And throw this from the gun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down. Sticking to the air here. Throw secured by Jaden Higgins. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Browns
From the red zone now. Finds him on the slant. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
At the 7-yard line.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Sending the tight end in motion left. Zone read, this is Judkins. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? It's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively. Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
The Bengals back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another carry for him. Got the give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss. 3rd down, and they need to get 10. To the air on 3rd and long. Into traffic, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So the Bengals take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.